ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सचितानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंद सर्वकारण कारणम सहस्रपत्र कमलं गोलोकाख्यम महात्पदम तत्कर्णिकारं तद्धामा तदनंतांस संभवम कर्णिकारं महद्यंत्रं सत्कोणं व्रजकीखलं सतंगसत्पादिस्थानं प्रकृत्या पुरुषेण च प्रेमानंद महानंद रसान्वाद स्थितं हि यत् ज्योतिरूपेण मौनान कामबीजेन संगतं तत्किंजल्कं तदंसनं तत्पत्राणि श्रियम् अपि चतुरश्रम तत्परित श्वेतद्वीपाख्यम अद्भुतम चतुरस्रम चतुर्मूर्तेस् चतुर्धामा चतुष्कृतम चतुर्भिः पुरुषार्धैश्च चतुर्भिर्हेतभिर्वृतं सुलैर्दशभिरानद्धम् ऊर्ध्वादो दिग्विदिक्षपि अष्टाभिर्निधिभिर्जुष्टम् अष्टाभिर्सिद्धिभिस्तथा मनुरूपैश्च दशभिर्दिक्पालकैः परितोवृतम् श्यामैर्गौरैश्च रक्तैश्च शुक्लैश्च पार्श्वदर्शभैः शोभितं शक्तिभिर्स्ताभिरद्भुताभिः समन्तथ एवं ज्योतिर्मयो देव सदानंद परत्पर आत्मा रामस्य तस्यास्ति प्रकृत्यां न समागमाम् मायाय राममानस्य नवियोगस्तया सह आत्मान रामया रेमे त्यक्ता कालं सिसृक्षय नेति सा रमादेवी तत्प्रिया तद्वशं तदा तद्लिंगं भगवान् शम्भुर् ज्योतिरूपा सनातना ययोनि सा पराशक्ति कामबीजं महद्धरे लिंगयोनि आत्मिका जाता इमं माहेश्वरी प्रजां शक्तिमान् पुरुषः सोऽयं लिंगरूपी महेश्वर तस्मिन् आविर्भलिंगे महाविष्णुर्जगत्पति सहस्रशीर्षपुरुषः सहस्राक्ष सहस्रपाद सहस्रबाहुर्विश्वात्मा सहस्रांसा सहस्रशू नारायण स भगवान् आपस्तस्मात् सनातनात् आविरासित कारणार्णो निधि संकर्षणात्मक योगनिद्रं गतस्तस्मिन् सहस्रांसा स्वयं महान् तद्रोमबिलजालेषु बीजं संकर्षणस्य च हैमानि अंडानि जातानि महाभूतावृतानि च प्रत्यण्डम् एवं एकांसाद् विशति स्वयं सहस्रमूर्ध विश्वात्मा महाविष्णुः सनातना वामांगद अस्त्रजत विष्णुं दक्षिणांगद प्रजापतिं ज्योतिर्लिंगमयं शंभुं कूर्चादेशाद् अवासृजत् अहंकारात्मकं विश्वं तस्मादेतत् व्यजयत त्रिविधैर्वेषैर्लीलम् उद्वहतात किल योगनिद्रा भगवती तस्य श्रीरिव संगत शेषृक्षायां तथा नाभिस् తస్య పద్మం వినిర్యయౌ తన్నాళం హేమనలినాం బ్రహ్మణో లోకమద్భుతం తత్వాని పూర్వరూఢాని కారణాని పరస్పరం సమవాయ ప్రయోగశ్చ విభిన్నాని పృథక్ పృథక్ చిక్చక్త్యా సజ్జమానోస్త భగవాన్ ఆదిపురుష యోజయన్ మాయయో దేవో యోగనిద్రం అకల్పయత్ యోజయిత్వా తు తానీవ ప్రావివేశ స్వయం గుహాం ప్రావిష్టే తస్మిన్స్తు జిత్వాత్మా ప్రతిబుధ్యతే స నిత్యో నిత్య సంబంధ ప్రకృతిశ్చ పరైవ స ఏవం సర్వాత్మ సంబంధం నాభ్యం పద్మం హరేరభత్ తత్ర బ్రహ్మ భవద్భూయస్ చతుర్వేదీ చతుర్ముఖ సంజాతో భగవచ్చాక్త్యా తత్కాలం కిల చోదిత శుశ్రూక్షాయాం మతిం చక్రే పూర్వ సంస్కార సంస్కృత దదర్శ కేవలం ధ్వాంతం నాణ్యత్ కిం అపి సర్వత ఉవాచ పురతస్తస్మై తస్యా దివ్యా సరస్వతి కామకృష్ణాయ గోవింద హి గోపీజన ఇత్యపి వల్లభాయ ప్రియావహినేర్ మంత్రం తే దర్శతి ప్రియం తపస్త్వం తపయేతేన తవ సిద్ధిర్భవిష్యతి అత తేపే సుచిరం ప్రీణన్ గోవిందమవ్యయం శ్వేతద్వీపపతిం కృష్ణం గోలోకస్థం పరాత్పరం ప్రకృత్యా గుణరూపిణ్యా పర్యుపాసితం సహస్రదళ సంపన్నే కోటికింజల్కబృంహితే భూమిశ్చింతామణిస్తత్ర కర్ణికారే మహాసనే సమాసీనం చిదానందం జ్యోతిరూపం సనాతనం శబ్దబ్రహ్మమయం వేణుం వాదయంతం ముఖాంబుజే విలాసిని గణవ్రతం స్వైస్వైర్ ఆత్మ అంశైర్ అవిష్టుతం అతః వేణు నినాదస్య త్రయమూర్తిమయీ గతి స్ఫురంతి ప్రావివేశాషు ముఖాబ్జాని స్వయంభువ గాయత్రీం గాయతస్తస్మాద్ అభియాత్య సరోజజ సంస్కృతశ్చాది గుణునా ద్విజతాం ఆగమత్తథ త్రయ్యా ప్రబుద్ధోత విజ్ఞాత తత్వసాగర తుష్టవా వేదసారేణ శ్రోత్రే నానీన కేశవం చింతామణి ప్రకరసద్నషు కల్పవృక్ష లక్షావృతేషు సురభీరవిపాలయంతం లక్ష్మీ సహస్రశతసంభ్రమసేవ్యమానం గోవిందమాదిపురుషం తమహం భజామి వేణుం కొండంతమరవిందదళాయతాక్షం బర్హావతం సమసితాంబుదసుందరంగం కందర్పకోటికమనీయ విశేషశోభం గోవిందమాదిపురుషం తమహం భజామి ఆలోలచంద్రకలసద్వనమాల్యవంశీ రత్నాంగదం ప్రణయకేళికళావిలాసం శ్యామం త్రిభంగలలితం నియతప్రకాశం గోవిందమాదిపురుషం తమహం భజామి అంగాని యస్య సకలేంద్రియవృత్తిమంతి పశ్యంతి పాంతి కలయంతి చిరం జగంతి ఆనందచిన్మయ సదుజ్వల విగ్రహస్య గోవిందమాదిపురుషం తమహం భజామి అద్వైతమచ్యుతమనాదిమనంతరూపం ఆద్యం పురాణపురుషం నవయౌవనం చ వేదేషు దుర్లభమదుర్లభమాత్మభక్తౌ గోవిందమాదిపురుషం తమహం భజామి పంతస్థకోటిశతవత్సరసంప్రగమ్యో వాయురథాపి మనసో మునిపుంగవానాం సోప్యష్టి యత్ప్రపదసిమ్న్యవిచింత్య తత్వే गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि एकोऽप्यसौ रचयितुं जगदण्डकोटिं यच्चक्तिरस्ति जगदण्डचयाय जन्त अण्डान्तरस्थपरमाणुचयान्तरस्थं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यद्भावभावितधियो मनुजस्तु तैव सम्प्राप्य रूपमहिमा सनयेन भूषा सूक्तैर्यमेव निगमप्रतितैस्तुवन्ति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मयरसा प्रतिमा प्रतिभाविताभिः ताभिर्ययेव निजरूपतया कलाभिः गोलोक एव निवसत्य किलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि प्रेमाञ्जनच्चुरितभक्तिविलोचनेन सन्तः सदैव हृदयेषु विलोकयन्ति यं श्यामसुन्दरमचिन्त्य गुणस्वरूपं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि रामादिमूर्तिषु कलानियमेन तिष्ठन् नानावतारमकरोद् भुवनेषु किन्तु कृष्णस्वयं सम्भवत् परमः पुमान्यो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्य प्रभा प्रभवतो जगदण्डकोटिस्वशेषवसुधादिविभूतिभिन्नं तद्ब्रह्मनिष्कळमनन्तमशेषभूतं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि माया हि यस्य जगदण्डसतानि सूति त्रैगुण्यतद्विषयवेदवितायमन सत्त्वावलम्बि परसत्त्वविशुद्धसत्त्वं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मयरसात्मतया मनासु यप्राणिनां प्रतिफलां स्मरतामुपेत्य लीलायितेन भुवनानि जयत्यजस्रं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोलोकनाम्नि निजदाम्नि तले च तचस्य देवी महेश हरिनामश्रुतेषु तेषु ते ते प्रभावनिचया विहितश्च येन गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि सृष्टिस्थितिप्रलयसाधनशक्तिरेक चायैव यस्य भुवनानि विवर्ति दुर्ग इच्छानुरूपमपि यस्य च चेष्टतेष गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि क्षीरं यथा दद्विकारविशेषयोग सञ्जायते न हि तथा पृथगष्टिहेतो यशम्भुमितामि तथा समुपैति कार्यात् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि दीपार्चरेः दशान्तरमभ्युपेत्य दीपायते विवृतहेतुसमानधर्म यस्तादृगेव हि च विष्णुतया विभाति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यः कारणार्णवजले भजति स्म योग निद्रामनन्तजगदण्डसरोमकूप आधारशक्तिमवलम्ब्य परां स्वमूर्तिं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्यैकनिःश्वसितकालमतावलम्ब्य जीवन्ति लोमविलजा जगदण्डनाद विष्णुर्महान् स इह यस्य कलाविशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि भास्वान्यथा स्म सकलेषु निजेषु तेज स्वीयं कियत् प्रकट तद्वदत्र ब्रह्मा येष जगदण्ड विधानकर्ता गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यत्पादपल्लवयुगं विनिधाय कुम्भ द्वन्द्वे प्रणामसमये सगणादिराज विघ्नान् निहन्तुमलमस्य जगत्त्रयस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अग्निर्मही गगनमम्बुमरुद्दिशस्य कालस्ततात्ममनसीति जगत्त्रयानि यस्माद्भुवन्ति विभवन्ति विशन्ति यंश्च गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यच्चक्षुरे सवितः सकलग्रहणानं राजा समस्तसुरमूर्तिरशेषतेज यस्य ज्ञया भ्रमति संवृतकालचक्रो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि धर्मोदपापनिचया श्रुतियस्तपांसि ब्रह्मादिकीटपतगावजयस्तदीव यद्दत्तमात्रविभवः प्रकटप्रभाव गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्त्विन्द्रगोपमतवेन्द्रमहोस्वकर्म बन्धानुरूपफलभाजनमातनोति कर्माणि निर्दहति किञ्चित् भक्तिभाजां गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यं क्रोधकामसहजप्रणयादिभीति वात्सल्यमोह गुरुगौरवसेव्यभावै सञ्चिन्त्य तस्य सदृशं तनुमापुरेते गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि श्रियकान्त श्रियकान्त कान्त परमपुरुष कल्पतरुः द्रुमा भूमिश्चिन्तामणि गणमयी तोयमृतं कदा गानं नाट्यं गमनमपि प्रियवंशी वंशी प्रियसखी चिदानन्दं ज्योति परमपि तदा स्वाद्यमपि च स यत्र क्षीराब्धि स्रवति सुरभिभ्यश्च सुमहान् निमेषार्धाख्यो वा व्रजति नहि यत्रापि समय व्रजे श्वेतद्वीपं तमहं यह गोलोकमिति यं विदन्तस्ते संताक्षिति विरलचारा कटिपये अतो वाचा महाविष्णु भगवन्तं प्रजापतिं कंटिन्यू ब्रह्मन् महत्व विज्ञाने प्रजा सर्गे च चेन्मति पंचश्लोकीम् इमं विद्यां वस्ता दत्तं निबोध मे प्रबुद्धे ज्ञान भक्तिभ्याम् आत्मनि आनंद चिन्मयी उदेत्यानुत्तम भक्तिर्भगवत् प्रेम लक्षण प्रमाणैस्तद् सद् आचरैस्तद् अभ्यासैर्निरन्तरं बोधयन् आत्मनात्मानं भक्तिम् अपि उत्तमं लभेत् यस्य श्रेयस्करं नास्ति यया निवृत्तिमाप्नुयात् या साधयति मामेव भक्तिं तामेव साधयेत् धर्मान् अन्यान् परित्याज्य ममेकं भज विश्वसन् यदृशी श्रद्धा सिद्धिर्भवति तादृशी कुर्वान् निरन्तरं कर्म लोकोऽयम् अनुवर्तते तेनैव कर्मणा ध्यायन् मां परं भक्तिमिच्छति अहं भी विश्वस्य चराचरस्य बीजं प्रधानं प्रकृति पुंश्च माया हितं तेज इदं बिभर्षि विदेहि तम् अतो जगन्ति ईश्वर परमकृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर्गोविंद सर्वकारणकारणम् इति श्री ब्रह्म संहिता संपूर्णं हरि ओम। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। कीर्तन जय राधा माधव। I'm sorry, I don't know how to recite actually. जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारे यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजना यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारे जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारे गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरदारे गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारे यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारे यमुना तीरा वनचारे जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारे जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारे जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारे जय ओम विष्णुपाद परम स्वराज्यकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सतीश दिव्यन ग्रह साभय चरण अरविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परम स्वराज्यकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सतीश दिव्यन ग्रह श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की all glories to assembled devotees Hare Krishna all glories to assembled devotees Hare Krishna all glories to assembled devotees Hare Krishna all glories Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Srila Prabhupada ki ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं सग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते Gopesha Gopika Kamta Radha Kanta Namosade Tapta Kaljana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girim Yatrupa Tamo Mande Shri Garondinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyeshwaram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. I neither have any qualification nor do I have any realization. I'm just obeying the orders of the management and I'm coming here and to speak. Trust me, I have no qualification. Thank you. No particular verse, right? Oh, really? So actually, today is Rath Yatra. No need, I have it. So today is, I think it started yesterday night. Rath Yatra must be over now, guys, right? So I thought, let me take this opportunity to speak on Krishna. Krishna's transformation as Jagannath Swami. What is that connection? So, Vrindavanam Govardhanam Yamuna Pulina Nicha Bhiksha Sid Uttama Priti Rama Madhava Yor Nrupa Vanam Vrindavanam Nama Pasavyam Navakananam Gopa Gopi Gavam Sevyam Punyadri Trunavirudham. Actually, this is from Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto. These two verses. Not real, actually. I'm sorry. When there were so many disturbances in Gokul Mahavan, the heads of Vrindavan, especially Upananda is the brother of Nanda Maharaj, the eldest brother of Nanda Maharaj. So one day they all gathered together, and so there are so many disturbances. Every day some demon comes, and attacks our wonderful Krishna. And somehow, by the causeless mercy of the Supreme Lord, he is saved. There are two types of people who don't accept Krishna as God. Atheists, two types of people who don't accept God at all. So one is atheist. One type is atheistic, people who are atheistic. The other type is Vrajavasis. They don't accept Krishna as God. They think they think Krishna is an ordinary person. Shanta Dasya Sakya Vatsalya Mathurya All these 5 rasas are present in Vrindavan actually. So, human life is actually meant for self-realization. Human life is meant to cleanse the heart, and human life is meant to cleanse the heart and realize our own swarupa. That's what is self-realization actually. So, in bhakti also, there are so many different types. Vaikuntha bhakti, they can understand God is Narayan, and they know there is actually a line. The residents of Vaikuntha knew Narayan as God. He has no beginning, no end. So that bhakti is tinged with awe and reverence. Whereas Vrindavan bhakti, it goes further. It goes to such an extent that they don't acknowledge the what is that majestic aspect. They think because of the prominence of the love dominates in Vrindavan. Why I'm telling this is, when somebody goes and sees Jagannath Swami, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, why this such a beautiful Krishna? Many people, they can't correlate. This Krishna is very beautiful. Many religions consider God as a supreme controller. If you don't surrender to Him, you'll go to hell eternally. But we know, yes, God is a supreme controller, no doubt. But we know God is also supremely sweet. He is exceptionally sweet. He is exceptionally beautiful and exceptionally sweet. And He is actually culmination of sweetness. And as per the Parasara Smriti by Parasara Muni, God has these qualities at infinite level. Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yashashastriya jnana vairagyasya sannam bhagitingana. So the beauty also, God has what is it? Infinite level. Otherwise, once we go to spiritual world, we'll get bored after 2 days. So no, definitely not. One time, 2 Veda Pandits came to Prabhupada and said, they quoted so many verses. Prabhupada said, you are quoting so many verses. But can you tell who God is? And they quoted again so many verses and said, it is very difficult to conclude who God is. That is their conclusion after reciting so many verses from scriptures. Prabhupada called this little girl Saraswati, Mother Malti's daughter. And Prabhupada always had cookies. I heard. So Prabhupada opened the jar of cookies, so put his finger in the, put his hand in the jar of cookies. He took 2 out. So this little Saraswati understood, Prabhupada is going to ask me something. If I answer rightly, I'll get those 2 cookies. So Prabhupada asked, Saraswati, who is God? This little Saraswati, she made her eyes big and said, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prabhupada gave the 2 cookies, very good. And Prabhupada reversed the question. Prabhupada asked initially who is God, but now Prabhupada reversed the question. Saraswati, who is Krishna? Again another 2 cookies. Oh. She said, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, good. Prabhupada said, a small girl knows who God is. You people, after reciting so many verses, still don't know who God is. They said, oh, she may tell, Krishna is God. But can she tell how Krishna is God? Can she tell how Krishna is God? Prabhupada said that Krishna himself cannot tell. Why? So Krishna has these energies. Parasya Saktir Vividaya Sruyate. So these energies, they keep on growing. And when Krishna's energies are going, Krishna is growing. When the energy sees Krishna growing, the energy starts growing. When Krishna sees gopis, their beauty starts increasing. When gopis see Krishna, Krishna's pleasure starts increasing. When Krishna's pleasure is increasing, seeing that gopis' pleasure start increasing. When their pleasure is increasing, Krishna's pleasure is increasing. So energies are growing, the energy to Krishna is also growing. This is infinite. This keeps on happening at every moment. That's why when we go back to spiritual world, there is no boring. Otherwise, anything we see over a particular time, we get bored. That thing doesn't happen. Every second. So Krishna is growing, his energies are growing. Krishna's beauty increases, Krishna's pleasure increases. Ananda Ambudhi Vardhanam. It keeps on increasing. There is an advertisement. Normal is boring. You heard of that advertisement? Thumbs up. Oh, sorry, Pepsi. Normal is boring. Yes, anything over a period of time, anything normal, boring. But here it is not normal. It's changing every minute to minute. That's why there is no boring in the spiritual world. And especially Vrindavan, the spiritual world, the replica which descended when Krishna came down, dominated by love. So the residents of Rajavasis, they never considered Krishna Supreme Lord. So first canto warns, Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam Prema Pumartoman Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Armatamidam Tatradharona Para Aradhya Bhagavan Rajesha Tanaya Tadhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachidupasana Vrajavadu Vargena Yakalpita. Aradhya Bhagavan, who is God? Even Krishna and Vishnu Tattva, Krishna is the source of Vishnu Tattva. So Krishna himself also is Tattva. Then which Krishna we worship? Aradhya, Vrajesha Tanaya, son of Nanda Maharaj. Nandanandan Krishna is the one whom we worship. Where do we do that? Tadama Vrindavanam. So we worship Krishna, Nandanandan Krishna, in Vrindavan. That is the Krishna we worship. And how? What type of worship? Ramya Kajidapasana Vrajavadu Vargena Yakalpita. The way gopis worship Krishna, that way we worship. That is the highest, the culmination. So, then we need descriptions. One sentence is not enough. So, what is the book we follow? Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam. Srimad Bhagavatam, Amala. Mala means impure. Amalam, very pure. Why? Prema Pumarto Mahan. What it does? It speaks of unalloyed love. Prema. That's why Lord Chaitanya says, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamidam, this is my religion. This is Lord Chaitanya's religion. So that's what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, has distributed freely. Prabhupada, of course. Prabhupada, the empowered commander of Lord Chaitanya, He magnanimously distributed all over the world without even considering the qualification. So, so Vrindavan, what is prominent in Vrindavan? They don't consider Krishna as God. They consider Krishna as our, my son, as a friend, is our a lover. So Bhagavatam, it takes in a very nice progression. First chapter, Kritavan kila karmani saharamena keshava atimartyana bhagavan guda kapatamanusha. Hey, little far from here, we are in first canto, 10th canto. That person comes. He steals. And he does some things. Don't underestimate him. Don't misunderstand him. I'm telling you a secret. Martyani. Ati Martyani Bhagavan is the self-same Supreme Personality of Godhead. But Guda Kapata Manusha is coming in a humanly-like form. So don't misunderstand him. That's why all these cantos, all these incarnations, for what? To understand his majesty. I heard one producer went to Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, give us a subject. We will take a movie. Prabhupada says, what subject you want? Prabhupada, give us nice, this Rasa Leela, how Krishna performed. I heard Prabhupada said, I will give subject, how Krishna created all these universes. How these, different, Bhumirapa Analo Vayu Kammano Buddharevacha Ahankaramiti Yamme Binna Prakritashta. Actually, second canto and third canto, anybody is intellectual, for them it's a very, what is that? Wonderful puzzle to solve, to understand and solve. It's not easy to understand second canto and third canto. The creation, how the different energies, how they're created, from the subtle to gross, how the ether is created, ahankar, then, what is that? From that intelligence, from that mind, from that, the sky, from the, the sound, then the sky, then from the sky, ether, what is that? Air, from air, fire, from fire, water. Surprise, huh? From fire, water is created. From water comes first, the grossest element, earth. How these are all created, and the annihilation takes place. Again, it goes back and merges in the same order. Earth will mix with water, water will mix in fire, fire will mix with air, air will mix in ether, and further. Means one day nothing is there. It's all a wonderful second canto, third canto, wonderful science. So why these details are given? 10th canto is not for questioning, relishing. 10th canto is for relishing. What is that? The nectar flows. One time I asked one devotee, somebody told me, I want to read Bhagavatam, you go and ask him. So I went, and Prabhuji, I want to read Bhagavatam. So everyone is telling your name. So Brahmachari from Chapate, Jagannath Prabhu. So how do I read it? He said, read up to 9 cantos. That's what he told me personally, actually. And see, how much the lust is reduced. If not, don't go to 10th canto, come. Again, start reading the first canto. I thought this is too much. So, I heard even Jehu temple, after 9th canto, they come back to 1st canto. That's what I heard. In Jehu temple Bhagavatam class, they read up to 9 cantos and they can come to 1st canto. So what I'm telling is, it's very, very important actually. We should know what we are aiming for. So then only that determination comes. One lecture I heard, it's easy to make money, but very difficult to control the mind and senses. So we are all, with the power of the Maya, you get this, you be happy. If you get this, you'll be happy. You get this, you'll be happy. You get this, you'll be happy. We are endeavoring, spending 3-4 years, and eventually you may be attaining it. But after some time, it becomes something else. The power of Maya. That is how we are cheated year after year after year, birth after birth after birth. But if we keep this as a goal, Prema Pumarto Mahan, let me cleanse my heart and attain the love of God. What type of love? Fortunately, though we have no qualification, it is given by Srila Prabhupada, Srimad Bhagavatam, Vraja Bhakti. Now we start. So, Yashoda never thought Krishna is God. The friends of Krishna never thought Krishna is God. Sridama, Sudama, Stoka Krishna, Madhumangal, they never thought Krishna is God. And younger gopis, elder gopis, no. How can we understand Krishna? Actually less than 10 days, Krishna was less than 10 days. Actually, usually children, when they are born, dasendriyas, the 5 knowledge acquiring senses, 5 working senses. So the children are fully controlled by these 10. But Krishna is not. Putana came. Krishna killed Putana. God is Prabhupada writes, God is God, wherever he is. So ever since Krishna came and Putana came and attacked, Mother Yashoda, she was always in anxiety. Prabhupada says, maybe my son touch my fire. He may touch fire. Or some animal may come and attack. So, in America there are so many yoga schools. They teach to become peaceful. They teach the participant to become peaceful by doing little yoga. But Mother Yashoda, she was never peaceful, always in anxiety. She was always in anxiety. But Sridhar Swami writes, the anxiety Mother Yashoda was never attained by anybody. That is the topmost samadhi no one has ever attained. That is Yashoda. One time, actually, I was speaking 10 years ago. Somebody asked, you are speaking, what is so great about Yashoda? Every mother loves his child. Wow. Actually, I could not answer nicely. I thought of it for 1 week. Every mother loves his son or daughter. What is so great about Yashoda's love? Then I came back and I asked him, Prabhu, I gave some answer, but I was not satisfied myself. Your son, he goes to college, staying with you for 15 days, 15 years or 16 years. Then what you will do? For the rest of the life, you will not do anything. You will keep on crying only. And he says, Mom, I'll come back. No, holidays will come in 3 months. And I'll come back, Mom. But for some reason, he doesn't come. So you'll keep on thinking about him all the time without even forgetting 1 second. He is your son. No, we forget. Yashoda was not like that. Very important to understand is 10 years, 7 months, Krishna was in Vrindavan. Every day one demon would come. And, it's a regular thing for them. So Krishna would kill the demon. So, but then Kamsa understood. This is the person. We are performing Dhanuri Yajna. So, send. So Nanda Maharaj said, we have to send our children, Krishna and Balram. So Krishna said, Mom, I'll come back in 3 days. I'll come back in 3 days. Yashoda said, no, I'll not send my son. No, Yashoda, you have to send. No, I'll not send my son. Rohini came and said, Yashoda, you have to send your son. I'm saying, we should send. All right, you send Balram, but I'll not send my son. Why are you so adamant? What can I tell? This boy, his hands are not steady. He's incorrigible when it comes to stealing. He has to steal. We live in Vrindavan. Every day he goes to steal. And out of respect for us, these Vrajavasis don't beat him up. But he goes to Mathura. There nobody knows us. There he steals. And what they will do? They will beat him up. That I can't take it. How many of you have seen any stealing thing in public in India? They will not call 911. They will start beating him up actually. Many times I have seen. So then I understood. I think Yashoda is right. So, what is that? Gopi bhi stobita nrityad bhagavad balavad kachit. What is that? So, this Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sukadeva Goswami is telling, Tadgayati vrachin muktas tadvasho daryantravat. They were dealing with the Supreme Personality of Godhead like a doll. Tadvasho daryantra. Hey, I'll give you chocolate. Come. So the Krishna would go, give. And that ball, actually this one here it is ball. Take this ball. So Krishna would go. They would throw. So Krishna would go, give me the ball. Where is the ball? There. That gopi say, ball is here. Krishna will go. If you sing, we'll give you the ball. And Bhagavatam is telling Krishna would sing loudly. Louder, we'll give you chocolate. They would do the bidding. We'll give you a bigger chocolate. Chocolate means we'll give you a laddu. Louder. So, if you dance, we'll give this, we'll give that. Gopi bhi stobito nrityat. If you dance, we'll give. They are treating him as an ordinary child. But he is not. This is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why he is doing that? Sukadeva Goswami is telling, to what extent he is subdued by his devotees. Krishna is telling. Chaitanya Charitamrita explains, the Supreme Lord, who is the owner of billions and billions of universes, one thing he cannot get on his own. What is that? Love. How many of you are married having children? You go and tell your children, hey look, I have been taking care of you past this many years. So tomorrow onwards you should unconditionally love me. What will your child say? Dad, sorry. Actually one time one father came to me and said, very sincerely asked, Prabhuji, can my son love me? Will there be any day in future he'll come and tell me, Father, I love you? I have a feeling he accepts as his birthright the service from me. He never thinks He will say, forget about serving. He never thinks of listening to me. Same thing with Krishna also. Krishna takes very good care of us. But that Krishna, when we start reciprocating, Krishna cannot purchase our love. He keeps on serving birth after birth. We also keep on serving. He puts milk in the body of the mother before we take birth. No mother in the world goes to doctor for injection. Give me the injection, then only milk will come. No, Krishna arranges milk. Eko bhavanam yo vidadhati kama. He does that. He is the one person who takes care of all the living entities. But what he expects? The reciprocation. But when we show it, we are not doing anything great by reciprocating with him. But that is our dharma. Hare Krishna. So when we respond, Krishna becomes very pleased. So when somebody responds, to what extent he is subdued? Hey, come here. Traya chopanishad Sankhya yogascha snatate upajiyamana mahatmyam hari samanyatatmajam. So this person who is worshipped by sages, who is glorified in Upanishads, and people sit in caves for tens and thousands of years meditating, he will not appear. And people, jnanis, they will, that delineate the elements. These elements they'll analyze and try to find out Paramatma, the last element. He will not appear. That person, out of the excessive love the mother has, Yashoda is thinking, this is my child. This is not God. And fully controlled. Prabhupada says, Mother Yashoda, what can your son do? My son can't do anything. Krishna, bring the slippers. Yes, mom. Yes, mother. He'll go and he'll put the slippers. Very difficult to lift. How can we understand Krishna? Very, very important. We cannot understand Krishna. When Mahavishnu lies down on the causal ocean, Ekarnarnavajale bhajatisma yoga. Nidra mananta jagadanda sarvamakupa. So when he lies down on the causal ocean, the universe is emanated from his body. Who is only an expansion of Krishna. Krishna cannot lift the shoes. Hare Krishna. Can we understand Krishna? We cannot. With great difficulty. He would bring. Nanda Maharaj, his eyes are filled with tears. This is Krishna. Wow. Mother Yashoda, yes, that's what my son can do. Amazing. If only people can understand the loving exchanges between Krishna and his devotees. They don't settle anywhere. Not Karma Yoga, not Jnana Yoga, not Dhyana Yoga, but only Bhakti Yoga. He'll become one with you. He'll become one amongst you. Your son, if you take him as your son, he'll become your son. If you take him as your master, he'll become master. If you take him as your friend, he'll become your friend. So Krishna is called supreme hero, actually. But that Krishna, when he goes in his group, everybody would be sitting and Krishna talking. Suddenly Sridhama comes. When Sridhama comes, Krishna gets up. He says, sit down here. Very good. Whenever I come, if you give me a seat like this, we'll allow you to play. If not, we'll not allow you to play. Okay. When Krishna killed Aghasur, actually all the friends, they went into the mouth of Aghasur. And they died because of the poison in the stomach of Aghasur. Then Krishna killed Aghasur. He ripped him, Aghasur could not expand. So all the these boys, they came out. They were all dead. Krishna glanced. When Krishna glanced, that is glance. The number one alchemist who can convert matter into spirit, spirit into matter. Matter into spirit. So when he glanced, everybody got up. Sri Rama said, "Arey, you killed this demon? Come, let us fight." And Sri Rama defeated Krishna. "You are so powerful, but you can't even fight with me 5 minutes. Hare Krishna. So why I'm telling is very, very, very important. What is the transaction? What is the main element in the transactions, in the loving exchanges? Love, prema. So Yashoda said, "No, I will not send my son." Yashoda, "No, you have to send your son." You know? And gopis, Krishna is leaving tomorrow. He will not be there. Yashoda, next day morning he sat in the chariot. "Mom, I'll come back in 3 days." He sat, left. As he left, the dust started rising in the sky. Never came. Yashoda sat at the doorstep, waiting for Krishna to come. 3 days over, 3 months over, 3 years over. He never came. When Uddhava came, Yashoda could not speak. This is the same chariot event. And Krishna, to convince that he is coming back, he gave the same clothes. He gave his clothes to Uddhava. And Uddhava looks like Krishna. He resembles in certain aspects. Oh, this is Krishna. But she understood this not. As soon as the thought, when she saw the chariot, Krishna came. Krishna is not a small boy now. He's grown up. Still, the thought Krishna came, her breasts were filled with milk. Milk started overflowing. Actually, Nanda Maharaj was speaking, but Yashoda was not speaking. He never came. For a very long time, 115 years later. But Uddhava was stunned. They are speaking as though Krishna left yesterday. Hare Krishna. It's very, very important. Actually, Kurukshetra, as long as Krishna was in Dwarka, some information. But Krishna went to Dwarka, no information. Then the question, why didn't Krishna come? One external reason. All the demons. If you have a problem with somebody, what they will do? Whoever is dear to you, they'll try to attack them. So Krishna never revealed. Brajavasis are very dear. And Mathura was surrounded by all these demons. That's why he never came. Anyway, Kurukshetra. That's when Krishna came to Kurukshetra. Then all the Brajavasis went. Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda. When Yashoda saw Krishna, how many years? So many years later. More than a century later. She was stunned. She was standing, stunned. But this is not the Krishna who would steal. Grown up. But when Devaki and Rohini saw that, wow. There Rohini says, we are not the mother of Krishna. We are not the mothers. She is the mother. And her tears were flowing from her eyes. She became like, stabda. She froze, seeing Krishna without even blink. And again, her milk was flowing from her breasts. So, Vrindavana means abode of love. and Krishna would play on the flute. The entire Barapida Natavarapu Karnayo Karnikaram Randhra what is it? Bibritvasa Kanakapisam Vaijayanti Chamalam Randhran Venur Adhara Sudayo Purayan Vrindapalai Pravishad Gita Krati. I forgot the last word. Barapida Natavarapu Karnayo Karnikaram. Krishna, what he would do? He would enter the forests of Vrindavan. And the evening, on the bank of Yamuna, Krishna would, what is the Krishna's description is given wonderfully. A peacock feather in his, peacock feather in his hair, and his face was decorated, hair was decorated with the karnikara flowers, blue flowers. And wearing a golden yellow garment. And he has around his neck Vaijayanti Mala, garland. Randran Venur Adara Sudaya Porayan Gopa Vrindai. So he would hold this flute standing in threefold bending form on the bank of Yamuna. Ramate Yamuna Pulinavane Vijayi Murari Raghuna. So Krishna, he would stand on the bank of Govardhan, so on the bank of Yamuna, on this sand dunes. He would play on the flute on the fifth note. Ramate Yamuna Pulinavane. The banks of Yamuna, Krishna would play on the flute. What would happen? And almost evening, everything would come to a standstill. The Supreme Lord, from the nectar from his lips, he's filling the nectar. He's filling this flute with the nectar from his lips, and he's just sharing that love with the entire Raj. Then what happens? All the trees, everything comes to a standstill. The river Yamuna, when starts listening this nectarine vibration of flute, it doesn't flow. It doesn't know whether it has to flow up or down. Agitated, starts creating whirlpools. With the arms of the waves, tries to reach Krishna, bringing the lotuses. All the birds sitting on the branches, they are stunned. The deers, the bucks, the does, they would all come relishing. Entire Yamuna area becomes, they are overcome by this love of Krishna. They were totally absorbed. Then what happens? That same vibration comes to Vrindavan. So Sukadeva Goswami explains, evening already, the cows, and they start giving milk to calves. And the cows, because of listening, because they're relishing the love of Krishna, they start releasing unlimited milk. So happy, their ears up. But the calves, who were actually drinking mother's milk, they were also listening to this nectarine vibration of flute. They can't drink. The milk will be overflowing. The fires were actually meant for cooking. The fire will be going here and there, relishing that love of Krishna. So, the gopas and the gopis, being totally absorbed, drenched in that love of Krishna, they don't know, they don't do anything. Vrindavan means there is a selfless, unalloyed love between Krishna and Vrajavasis. Why I am telling this is, Krishna, he left Vrindavan 10 years, 7 months, and he never came back. Eventually, he went to, from Mathura, he went to Dwarka, got married, all the queens. One day, all the queens were sitting like this, and Devaki and Rohini. Rohini is the one who was present in Vrindavan, who was also present in Dwarka. So Devaki said, I know my son is God, but I never got opportunity to experience, to witness and experience these wonderful childhood pastimes. You would steal, and these different wonderful mischievous things he would do, but I never got to experience these things. By the time he came to me, he was already grown up. Can you please share with me? Rohini said, no problem. But there is one problem. Your son is present in everyone's heart as Paramatma. And he loves the residents of Vraj, these Vrajavasis. He loves them like anything. So when I start narrating these nectarine wonderful pastimes, wherever he is, he'll understand. I am narrating this, he'll come here. He'll listen. Once he understands, once he listens these pastimes, his leelas, he doesn't want to stay here. He'll go back to Vrindavan. So you decide, you want me to really tell? He may not come back. They want to hear, at the same time they don't want Krishna to hear. So what they did? They made a plan. They put Mother Subhadra, the sister, at the entrance. And they told her, when Krishna and Balram, when they come, tell us to stop. We'll stop. That way we can hear the story. At the same time, we can avoid Krishna listening this. Fine. So what happened? So all the queens sat, Devaki sat, and Rohini started narrating how Krishna, how he came to Vrindavan, and how, Putana came to kill him, and how Krishna, killed Shakatasur, Agasur, Bakasur. Then when he started growing, how he would go and steal, in the homes. Different varieties. Sometimes gopis, this boy is coming and stealing like anything. So they would hide everything. Somehow Krishna would, steal. He would eat enough. At the end he would take the pot. This is useless butter. Some other home, they would lock everything up. All the butter and yogurt and milk. Krishna, what he would do? He would urinate in front of their homes. What he would do? He will pass urine. Lubdha, you are so miserly. So this actually. So as she was narrating, because she is a pure devotee, they were fully absorbed, listening to this Krishna Katha. Then what happened? Krishna understood. Oh, they are telling the stories. Vrindavan Katha. So Krishna told Balramji, come, let us go home to listen. So what happened? Krishna and Balramji started coming. They came, but that time, Subhadra, Lady Subhadra, she had to tell, stop, they came. But because she was so absorbed, she couldn't tell. She was so absorbed, she was listening. And she was actually transported. She was listening Krishna Katha actually, She was able to witness. Krishna and Balramji came, stood on, either side, both sides of Subhadra, one on the left, one on the right, and they start listening. And Rohini started narrating the love of Vrajavasis, and how the friends would love, how the elderly gopis and gopas, headed by Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, how they would love Krishna. And when she started narrating the love of Srimati Radharani, the younger gopis and Radharani, especially Radharani, when she started narrating. So Krishna means reservoir of pleasure, Sadanandam. So why people come to temple? Because Krishna gives them pleasure. People come to temple to become peaceful. Yes, Krishna gives that actually. So many problems at home, let me go to temple, take part in kirtan. I'll be peaceful. Yes, actually we become peaceful. When there is a wonderful kirtan, Krishna gives that happiness also. Jumping and dancing, up in the air. So why Krishna does that? Krishna gives pleasure because he is the reservoir of pleasure. But here something wonderful is happening. First time, Krishna, instead of giving pleasure, which he does, he started experiencing the pleasure. I did these things with my devotees, the different mellows. So I did. So in that happiness, what we experience is such a low-level sensual pleasure. There is an advertisement. Many actually unfortunately, Kali Yuga residents, they don't know anything but sensual pleasure, that's it. Because they have no access to spiritual pleasure. Actually it is said, higher than sensual pleasure is intellectual pleasure. Higher than intellectual pleasure is, mental pleasure. Higher than mental pleasure is intellectual pleasure. Higher than that is pleasure on the level of ego. Higher than that is Swargananda. Heavenly pleasures are way beyond our sensual pleasures, our intellectual pleasures. Higher than Swargananda is millions and millions, Brahmananda. Pleasure in the Brahman. But when compared to, if you compare the pleasure derived through devotional service, Brahmananda is insignificant. That's how four Kumaras rejected. They rejected, right? What is that? Tasya Aravinda Charanasya Pada Aravinda Kinjalka Mishra Tulsi Makaranda Vayu Antargata Swavirena Chakar Tesham Sankshobam Akshara Jusham Abhijita Tanva. When they smelt the aroma of Tulsi leaf that is there on the lotus feet of Vishnu, Sankshobam, they were agitated with pleasure that they rejected Brahman realization. They rejected Brahman. So compared to Brahman spiritual pleasure of devotional service, Brahman pleasure is insignificant, useless. Bhakti pleasure is that much high, ocean. But because Kali Yuga residents don't know, there is an advertisement in America. What is that advertisement? SEX. Now we got your attention. Our church opens on 9 o'clock every Sunday. Please come and do it. Come and attend our church. So to advertise people to come to church, you have to use this. What is that? SEX. Because materialists don't know anything but this, which is only this contact of senses. Whether it is a car, someone should be there with little clothes. Even car advertisement, one young girl has to stand with little clothes. And you want to buy a food processor, after all, grinder, one girl has to come stand. I don't know what is there. So because the unfortunate Kali Yuga residents, they don't know anything but this only. To what extent it is exploited? To advertise a church, you have to give this. Hare Krishna. But spiritual pleasure, awesome. Krishna gives that. If a little bit endure, every material pleasure is a nectar in the beginning, poison at the end. Parinamam vishamayava. Smoking, drinking, all the bad things. Illicit sex, intoxication, gambling. Nectar in the beginning. At the end, poison. You can't give it up. You can't continue also. But spiritual pleasures, poison at the beginning, nectar at the end. For regulative principles. Of course, mercy of Srila Prabhupada, he made everything, what is that? Sushukam kartum avyayam. He made everything easy. Everything blissful. Prasad. Somebody asks you, you want to go to Himalayas? No, difficult. You'll get better benefit by eating prasad. You want to eat? Why 1 gulab jamun? 2, no problem. 3 gulab jamun. Yes, you'll make more benefit by eating prasad actually, definitely. So Prabhupada made it easy. So Krishna, what he did, first time, it's in public, with his brother and sister, started experiencing unlimited happiness. Something other than happiness is bliss. If you go higher, ecstasy, ecstatic. I did these things with my devotees. In that happiness, his limbs shrunk, eyes became wide. Mahabhav. Balramji was also with Krishna. And he also exchanged these wonderful loving exchanges with with Vrajavasis. His limbs also shrunk. Eyes became wide. And they came and touched Subhadra. Subhadraji was fully absorbed in ecstasy when Krishna touched. Her limbs also shrank and eyes became wide. I think those days also people used to have cell phones. Transcendental cell phones. Narad Muni was passing by, immediately took from his pocket cell phone and he said, clicked. I have seen. He didn't click. I'm just telling. I have seen. Narad Muni clicked in his heart. Narad Muni came, he saw, Bapra, what is this? Krishna usually gives pleasure to his devotees, but Krishna himself is experiencing. That is the reverse. Instead of giving love, or instead of giving pleasure to devotees, Krishna is experiencing that pleasure. I did these things with my devotees. That's how Krishna, such a beautiful Krishna, became ecstatic Krishna. That ecstatic form of Krishna is Jagannatha Swami. Otherwise, if you have not been to Puri, first time go to any ISKCON temple, this is Krishna, I can understand, but who is this? I can't understand. That is the ecstatic form of Krishna. So anybody who sees Jagannath Swami on the chariot, Punarjanma na bhavishyati, They don't have a second birth. What is that? They don't have second birth. Very important. So, I have definitely some stories to tell. How long should I continue? 10 o'clock? Yeah? All glories to this class. Probably the longest class in ISKCON. I have not seen anybody giving 10 hours, 2 hours Bhagavatam class. If you want to listen, I have no problem. Should I continue? Or we should go to the important part of our program, Prasad? Huh? Serious? So I'll tell some stories. Jagannath Swami is Patita Pavana, very magnanimous, very merciful. So Maharaj Indradyumna requested Jagannath Swami 3 things. In India is filled with gods, right? Actually, one American went to India in 50s. And he saw the entire India and he was going back. In the Bombay airport, he was coming back to America. One reporter asked him, "Sir, what is your opinion on India?" He said, "Very peaceful, but one thing I saw. Until I came to India, I thought God is the one who creates all the human beings. But you people are so great, you create gods also." From hotel to airport I am coming. One tree has 3 marks. Some 3 turmeric marks. People are worshipping. And after 1 mile, some people are worshipping a snake. And I went to another place, some people are worshipping an elephant. Another place, some people are worshipping a dog, Kal Bhairava. And some people, there are 3 stones, they are worshipping there also. So you people can create God also. Variety of gods. So apart from that, there are so many devatas. How many? 36 crore devatas. So you people can create gods also. So there are so many gods. In India, you cannot go and touch any devata. Can you go onto the temple main altar and put your hand on the god? Nobody will allow. But only one person. Jagannath Swami you can go and touch. And so there are so many devatas. You cannot cook food in your home and take it. Only one person can accept. Jagannath Swami. You try and cook some prasad and take it. And offer it to some devata. They will not allow. I'm talking about old temples. Today it is diluted. I don't know actually. And first of all, nobody goes. So that's a different thing. But if you cook and you can take it to Jagannath Swami and offer it, Jagannath Swami eats. And what is that? He said you should not sleep. So Jagannath Swami sleeps only 2 hours. No? For sure less than 3 hours. And how many times? 56 times they offered. Food is offered. How many times? So Jagannath, it's 22 hours and 56 times you have to eat. Means you'll eat, you'll wash your hands. Before the hand is dried again they'll offer. Jagannath Swami eats. So prasadam is very prominent. Very important in Jagannath Puri. And they put 8 pots like this. There is no technology in Jagannath Puri even today. After Rath Yatra is over, they dismantle the chariot and that is used as firewood for the rest of the year. Until next Rath Yatra. This firewood is used. The chariot there is made up of wood, right? You should know in the entire chariot there is nowhere, what is it, kila, nails, no nails. And what is that? They put 8 pots. 8 pots, one on another. And 8 pots food is cooked. It is said Mother Lakshmi comes and cooks the food. And this is the thing. One day, Discovery Channel will discover this. These pandas who serve Jagannath Swami in the temple, they don't do work. They just do the service to Jagannath. When they get married, they never give birth to girls, baby girls. Only boys are born. And the boy is used in Jagannath Swami service. Interesting, right? No boys are born. No girls are born. And if you take one service, that is the one service. Throughout your life, you will continue the same service. Not like you will do garland service, after some time you will get bored. Next, after 1 year or after 6 months, Prabhuji, I will take up Pujari Seva. Or I will take up cooking Seva. Jagannath Puri is not like that. What is that? Any service you get, same service you will do for the rest of the life. When you are cooking. Or you are pot washing. Or you are carrying prasad from kitchen to main temple. You have to carry prasad. And actually when people carry, the main guy who will carry prasad, there will be 2 in the front. So I don't exactly know the number. Few guys in the front, few guys in the back. The front guy, he had to say this. He has to keep on telling this for the rest of the life. What is that? He has to, he tells people to, hey, Jagannath Swami Prasad is coming. Imagine with their service attitude. How many of us can tell for the rest of the life? No bored, they are not bored. And today I am telling some stories. Amazed you will be. You might have heard also, of course. So, second thing is Jagannath Puri, no rules. Spontaneous devotion. So still time is there. Wonderful. I don't know how many of you been to Rath Yatra? Puri Rath Yatra. Anybody who goes to Rath Yatra, definitely a theist will become a theist. If a theist goes to Rath Yatra, he will become a theist. First of all, you will not see that many people in your life. Minimum 1 million, 10 lakhs. Crowded. Jam-packed in one street. Britishers were amazed. Without advertisement, people will come. No advertisement. For you, you'll advertise like anything, right? Facebook, Twitter, all these things. But no advertisement. One day before, nobody. On that day, there will be 1 million people. Not now, 500 years ago also. How many people? 1 million people attend. And I want to tell you this, you should know. I went in 2009 or 10, 10 I think. One guy told me, tomorrow it will rain. Really? I had a fractured foot. So I gave 200 rupees and I sat in one corner. I went at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock itself there were 1 lakh people, 100,000 people. And I was watching. Sky is fully blue, not even one cloud. And they announced, now Baldev will come out. By 9 o'clock, full 1 million people. And they started bringing Baldev. Trust me, these are like pahilwans, wrestlers. One guy can carry 100 kgs. And I was watching. Baldev came. That very nice rhythmic sounds. And then what happened, I was watching. In Vrindavan, I also carried Jagannath Baldev Subhadra many times, many years. So they were bringing, and the chariot is like 2 floors height. Everyone can see, like 2 stories height, Everything is made up of wood. So they were putting back and forth. Slowly, Okay. And these are 30 guys, 30 people. And they tie, usually Baldev is tied with ropes and they would bring like this. Very interesting actually. Then I was watching, Baldev went up to they were climbing the chariot. Went up to middle, again they came down. Again they tried, came down. I was not, what's happening? Again they tried, came down. Fourth time they went, then immediately came like this. They were in the middle of the they were climbing. He went this side and he went this side. I said, what's happening? I was not understanding. And again came down and they stopped. And they made an announcement. Baldev doesn't want to climb the chariot. So you all please pray. Serious. Even if actually material calculations don't work. This Baldev is maybe 2 times bigger than West Virginia, Newrundan Baldev, let us assume. 50 kgs. This guy, every guy can, like a really heavy, hefty personalities. Everyone can carry 50 kgs. There are 30 people. I was thinking why they have problem. Trust me, they can together carry 1 ton. But they are unable to do it. Finally, they left Baldev down and they made an announcement. Baldev doesn't want to climb. And his 1 million people, Jai Baldev, Jai Baldev, Jai Baldev, Jai Baldev, loud. Imagine 1 million people chanting Baldev name. When they did like this, they tried again. 1 shot, Baldev climbed. Wow. Subhadra, lady, soft. She climbed. The year I went, Jagannath Swami didn't give that much trouble. He also tried here and there, but finally he climbed. And I was watching, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, they were doing all the rituals. He said it will rain. He challenged. No rain. He said, no, without rain, chariot will not move. Exactly at 1 o'clock, 1 cloud came. Small cloud. It's fitting the street. Not full street, not length. Only that width. I could see the end of the cloud, this side, this end. That cloud came, it rained. Chariot moved, that's it. So without rain, chariot doesn't move. Like a shower. So now I'll tell so many stories. Should I continue? Jagannath Swami means everything is spontaneous. So please don't imitate. What is that? I was telling this one story. So one day, I told, right, in 56 times they offer in 22 hours. So one day Pujari went in the morning. ISKCON temple is very, we have to go, we take bath, we don't eat, and we have fresh clothes. Then only we go to the kitchen and cook. So one day Pujari went inside in early morning, and what he saw, I couldn't believe. He was stunned. Whoever is the designated priest who came to cook? You know what he's doing? Forget about taking bath, he did not even brush his teeth. He put water. He wanted to make khichdi. He put water, he started boiling water. And he pushed, what is the brush in India? Neem twig. He started doing. The water boiled. So he put the neem twig aside. Don't imitate this. And he poured rice. He poured dal. He started mixing. As it was boiling again, he started brushing teeth. Pujari was worried, what is this? It's boiled. He made the neem twig into half. He scraped his tongue, threw it. He washed his face. Khichdi he mixed. Is this how you cook? Pujari came and said, you are fired. Go home. But its time is up. So again, they made khichdi again. This pujari came and he went and took. You should all hear this. Jagannath Swami is like, a floor height. If you have been to Jagannath Puri, the temple like this. When you enter here, steps, but the steps go down like this. But here, there will be a floor height, one level height. And there Jagannath Swami will be there. So what they do, they take water like this. Actually, one time one Christian priest came and he challenged me actually in West Virginia. The time he came, they were offering food. And they covered with, we cover with, we put as some covering, right? And he said, hey, what is this? He asked. I said, we are offering food to God. For 30 years, how many years you are here? I said, few years. All these years, did you see one grain has become less or one grain has become more? I said, oh. He started mocking at me, making fun, so I didn't answer. You're all sentimental. The food has become less one time, the food has become more one time. Why you are doing for this many years? It's a challenge actually. I used to have a colleague from Christian background. One day we went and gave her, one of my friends, he brought a laddu, Tirupati laddu, gave her. She said, "Che, food from a dead stone, I'll not eat." Are Bapre. Nobody had guts to speak. No, that's a dead stone. The food from dead stone we should not eat. That's what we are trained. And I have no answer. Because I don't know the philosophy. What answer you will give? If you are not trained in scriptures, there's a problem. You're understanding, right? And it was a debate that day. And she said, no, I'll not eat. She was blunt. She was exceptionally blunt actually. That is how they are trained. Unless we understand the intricacies of our rituals, we are projected as sentiment. I also would, in my childhood, initial years of Krishna consciousness, I would put a plate of food and I would see, Krishna is really eating, nothing would happen. But then I came across this Brahma Samhita verse, Anga niyasya sakalendriya vritti manti, pasyanti panti kalayanti chiram jaganti, ananda chinmaya sadajwal vigrahasya, Govindamadi Purusham Tamam Bhajami. Krishna's limbs are not like our limbs. Krishna can eat by seeing. Krishna can go by thinking. Like you think of your parents. Can you go there? But Krishna can go there by thinking. That's why the taste of the prasad changes. We'll give you the same ingredients. But can you repeat a Tirupati laddu in your home? Can you make it? No, something is different. How many of us agree? It is different. Why? Krishna removed the flute. I am sure here also you'll remove Krishna's flute and you'll offer. While offering, Krishna eats. It becomes prasad. Every day you eat outside. 16. You still chant 16 rounds. Eat outside. Trust me, you'll have problem in chanting. Every day chant 16 rounds. Eat Krishna prasad. You can fight yourself from Maya. Uddhava tells this in 10th canto. My Lord, by, what is that? Gani Sruganda. This, by using your paraphernalia, using your remnants, your devotees can fight with Maya. So Krishna, we are not crazy or sentimental. When we take food, we offer it. Krishna honors it. So we should know how to speak and defend. Anyway, Jagannath Puri, this is the story. What they do? Jagannath Swami is on the up. And they will take all the pots, offer it to Jagannath Swami and take water like this. And the pujari sees in the water, if Jagannath Swami image appears in the water, it means Jagannath is eating prasad. If Jagannath Swami picture doesn't appear, throw the water, throw all the pots, cook again. Even today also is in this water, Jagannath Swami image should appear. That is a proof Jagannath Swami is eating. So that day Pujari what he did, he took water in the hand. Jagannath Swami picture didn't appear. Jagannath Swami is angry. Why? This priest did not cook without bath. I mean, he came without taking bath. Probably he thought Jagannath Swami is angry, that's why. But see, other thing has happened. He is thinking Jagannath Swami is upset because he did not follow the rules. They cooked again, took the water, Jagannath Swami is not there. Third time, cooked again. When if the picture doesn't appear, all the pots they throw. That's the rule. They'll cook again. Hare, first time, second time, third time, Jagannath Swami picture is not appearing. Jagannath Swami is angry. Then meanwhile, the head priest who was sleeping, Jagannath Swami came in the dream and said, this devotee who is actually terminated, sacked, is my nice devotee. What is your problem if I don't have problem? He has a lot of love for me. I love his khichdi. Hare Krishna. Though this guy didn't take bath, Jagannath Swami loves his khichdi. Why I am angry? Not because he did not follow rules. I am angry because he is sacked. As long as he doesn't come back to temple, I will not eat. So Pujari got up. Already message is there. Jagannath Swami is not eating. Then the Pujari went to his home, hey, please come. Jagannath Swami is very upset that you are sacked. You are reinstated. Come and cook. This guy went and cooked. They took the water again. Jagannath Swami appeared. Jagannath Swami ki. Interesting? Should I continue? If you go to Jagannath Puri, how many of you been to Jagannath Puri? What is that one thing you will visibly see, that sweet? Kaja. They call it feni. Any Orissa people here? Nobody. Here Orissa? What do they call kaja? I heard they call it feni. You don't know? Okay, somebody said this. Anyway, this kaja, one Muslim, he was working in sweet shop. One day, actually they are very strict. If you know, because so many years, so many Muslims try to enter temple, try to burn the deity. All the times the devotees have to actually keep Jagannath Swami in different places. That's why they are very strict. They don't allow, they allow only Hindus. It happened many times because the Muslim invasions. Many times what they did, they would come and attack. Before they would go inside, they would remove the deities and they would put some replicas. And the replicas were actually, they were burnt. But the original deity was all safe, hidden somewhere, worshipped. That's why today they are they're strict. So Jagannath Swami came in the dream of this pujari, this Muslim who would work in a sweet shop. Jagannath, because he is Jagannath, he is master for everybody. He said, hey, please, I love kaja very much. Can you make for me? This Muslim said, my Lord, I make every sweet, but I don't know how to make kaja. Jagannath Swami said, no problem, I'll teach you. So Jagannath Swami in the dream taught him how to make kaja. And he said, you make kaja tomorrow and bring it, I'll eat. So this guy next day morning, he got up, he made kajas. And one basket full of kajas, he put on his head. And he went. But because he has been there for so long, everyone knows him, he's a Muslim. And actually he told in the dream, my lord, you are telling me to bring, but they don't allow me. Don't worry, you bring it, I'll take care of it. So he entered. I'm sure, they are very, very strict actually. If a non-Hindu enters, and if they come to know, they'll beat them up like anything. So this guy, he entered in the main temple. So when he main entrance, then in the main entrance he walked a little bit further, then Panda saw, hey, what are you doing? So, why are you entering in the temple? No, I don't want to enter. But he only came in the dream and he only told me to bring this. No, you should not go inside. No, he only told me to bring it. And they speak very powerful words actually. Rascal, you want to go inside? You want to contaminate? And he started calling everybody. This guy understood. If I continue talking to him, I cannot do service. He immediately ran. But inside you have to run, and again the main altar, main temple you have to go. It takes time. So by the time this Panda summoned other guys, this guy entered the main altar. Main temple. Main temple also you have to go very far to reach Jagannath Swami. By the time he entered the main temple, he alerted all the Pandas. All the Pandas caught him in the main temple. And how dare you come inside? He said, no, he only told me to bring these kajas and I want to serve. So, no, beat him up. So as they were about to beat him up, they pushed him, this, basket of kajas fell down. And from nowhere, all of a sudden one black dog came. The black dog came. Now you have to have a choice. In India, no temples dog is allowed. Because they think it's contaminating. Hey, dog came before everyone. So now you have to address him or him. So they left this Muslim guy and they started chasing the dog. The dog came in one shot, grabbed this many kajas. So dog somehow would escape, started eating these kajas. Finally the number became big. The dog took enough kajas, in the mouth, started running in the entire main temple. Dog is running in the main temple. So they were chasing the dog in one leap, zoop, jumped on the altar. Jagannath side disappeared into the deity. They understood. Jagannath Swami came in the form of a dog to accept this offering. Jagannath Swami ki. It's a famous story. It is written in Madal Panji, the official gazette of Jagannath Puri. I told this story, but I love it. A little lengthy story. Some of you may know it, but very interesting. Should I tell? If you heard it, it's a repetition for you. What nectar. Raja Purushottam Dev. You heard of this story, Raja Purushottam Dev? Anybody heard Raja Purushottam Dev story? You heard, of course. You heard. It's only a repetition, but nectar. Raja Purushottam Dev was a king of Utkal, Orissa. He was actually a very wonderful king. That time, Muslims were, they were almost occupying the entire India. On west is Shivaji, here Utkal, Raja Purushottam Dev. South, one kingdom, king of Kanchi. I forgot his name, some Baleshwar something. So Raja Purushottam Dev was a very exalted devotee of Jagannath Swami. And he would take care of his citizens like anything, and very powerful king. So he attained the age of marriage and he was looking to get married. But a very devoted, a very ardent devotee of Jagannath Swami, Jagannath Balasudra. The king of Kanchi had a daughter by name Padmavati. She also came to the age of marriage. So they were also looking for matches, and he was also looking for brides. Somebody said, why don't you make an alliance with him? You give your daughter to him. That way, your two kingdoms become strong and defend against Muslims. Muslim invasion. So Purushottam, they also heard about the glories of, the good qualities of Padmavati. He agreed. I'm cutting the story short. So the engagement. But the kingdoms were very far, right? One is in Tamil Nadu, one is in Orissa. So what happened? The king of Kanchi sent his minister all the way to Puri for the engagement ceremony. The engagement was over. Raja Purushottam, the minister said, I have to go back, we are so busy. No, you stay. In 3 days from now on, Rath Yatra is coming. Attend Rath Yatra and go. Oh, really? Great. He also heard Rath Yatra is so many big numbers, people will come, huge crowds. So he waited. So on the day of Rath Yatra, being a temple president, those days king was the temple president. Raja Purushottam Dev, as a very humble servant of God, servant of Jagannath Swami, he took a golden broom and he started sweeping for Jagannath Swami the roads. Unfortunately, India has this problem, There are, what do you call it? Certain people only should do certain activities. Bhangis. Bhangi means, Bhangi cleans the toilets and Bhangis only clean the roads. And when the minister saw this, Hare, what is this? We thought he's a king, but he's a sweeper. What is that? He's a sweeper sweeping the roads. He couldn't understand the devotion Purushottam has for Jagannath Swami. So he went back and told his king, my lord, we are cheated. What happened? We are giving our daughter to a king, thinking he's a king, but he's a sweeper, sweeping the roads. The king of Kanchi sent a message. We want to give our daughter to a king, not to a sweeper. We are cancelling the marriage. Raja Purushottam became angry. Hare, everyone, your king or ordinary man, everyone is servant of God. He is Jagannath, master of the universe. Everyone is his servant. You as a king is temporary. How long you will be king? 30, 40 years. After that you will die. So he became angry, not because they belittled him as sweeper, but he became angry because they belittled Jagannath Swami. He became so angry and he declared war against king of Kanchi. So the marriage alliance ended up in enmity. And he took all the army from Orissa, he crossed Andhra and entered Tamil Nadu state. And there was a fierce battle. And unfortunately, Raja Purushottam Dev was defeated. He suffered huge losses in the army. He was also at one point on the verge of death, surrounded by soldiers, and he managed to escape. He ran away. They started chasing him. Finally, he crossed he crossed the borders of Tamil Nadu, again entered Andhra, finally reached Orissa. Barely escaped actually. He did not go home. He went to the temple straight. And he entered, stood in front of Jagannath Swami and said, my lord, what is this? I went to defend you. They did not I was not upset because they called me sweeper. I was upset because they don't know your position. Your Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Master of Universe. Everyone is your servant. And because, they belittled you, I went to defend you. My lord, I was defeated. Who will worship you tomorrow? 2 versions. One version is, I heard, the Pujari head priest told him, why you are defeated? Why? Because you didn't take the blessings from Jagannath Swami before you declared the war. But the another version is, when he was telling like this, Jagannath Swami spoke. Why you did not win the war? Why, my lord? Did you take my blessings? What happened when he got the news, he became so angry. He went and declared the war without even taking blessings from Jagannath Swami. Jagannath Swami said, declare war again, you'll win. My lord, no armies? There is no army? I suffered huge losses. Don't worry, declare a war again. You will win. He declared war again. He made an announcement in the kingdom. So we are declaring war again on King of Kanchi. But this time, the commander-in-chief will be Jagannath himself. Jagannath Swami said, I will be the commander-in-chief for you. You know? Oh, really? So he requested all the citizens, come and join the army. Now the commander-in-chief is Lord Jagannath. Tell me, who doesn't want to join the army led by Jagannath Swami? Everybody. So maybe many people joined. The day of invasion. So he was waiting, who will join the army? 8-year-old boy, 70-year-old man. No weapons. They started bringing small sticks. They all joined. Purushottam Dev was thinking, forget about fighting with them. Can these guys walk up to South India? It's very far. But Jagannath Swami said, you declare war, you will win. He had full faith on Jagannath Swami. All right, let us march. The children, the old people, they started walking. He was very worried. They have to walk for days to reach Kanchi. Forget about fighting. But anyway, they marched. They came to Andhra Orissa border. And it was so hot. And one lady was selling buttermilk, chas. So everybody these are all old people and children. They were so tired. So Purushottam Dev told this lady, give buttermilk to everybody, I'll pay money. So she gave buttermilk to everybody. When it comes to paying money, she said +2. What is that? You have to pay for 2 more people. So why? Before you came to drink buttermilk, 2 guys came here. One was he was black, but he was on a white horse. Another was white, he was on a black horse. So they asked me, give me buttermilk. I said, pay money. They said, we are the commanders for Jagannath Swami. He'll pay you. I said, no. What is the proof? Give money. And that the black guy, what he did, he took his ring and gave me and said, he will come. King will come soon. You show this ring saying that, we took buttermilk from you. You give this ring to him, he'll pay you. She said, the proof is, my lord, he gave his ring and I gave him buttermilk. Oh, really? And he took the ring. Whose ring it is? Jagannath Swami ring. Wow, he understood. Jagannath Swami is in the front, leading the army. So he told, I will not give you money. Tell me how many villages you want, I'll give you. She chose this many villages, he gave her. So, her name is Manika. So, this is the place where he gave her. Today also in the Andhra Orissa border, there is a village called Maniki Patna. That is a place where she gave ring. That's why it's called Maniki Patna. But another version is, this ring is a jewel ring, a money. Money means jewel. That's why it's called also Maniki Patna. It's there, even that village is there. So Raja Purushottam Dev went. Before even reached Kanchi, Jagannath Swami went and there was a big battle, fierce battle. Jagannath Swami defeated everybody who ever came within opposition, and they were all killed. So without raising the sword, Raja Purushottam Dev became victorious. So in the official gazette of Orissa, this was written. So in order to take revenge, what he did, he entered the palace and he brought the daughter of Kanchi. He took her with him. He brought her to Jagannath Puri and told the minister, her father doesn't want to give her to me because I was a sweeper. In order to humiliate them, find the best sweeper of our kingdom, Bhangi, and get her married to him. Get her married to him, yeah. So minister said, all right, I'll find a sweeper who will clean the toilets and who would clean the roads. I'll get her married. That is how we humiliate this king of Kanchi. He can't understand, he doesn't have any devotion for Jagannath Swami. Fine. He forgot. 1 year was over. Again Rath Yatra came. Rath Yatra came, so as a humble devotee of Jagannath Swami, he started sweeping the roads. So Rath Yatra was over. Then the minister came. My lord, you told me last year, find a good sweeper and get her married. My lord, where can I find a better sweeper than you? You sweep for Jagannath Swami. You are the best Bhangi. I think you should marry her. All right. So, Purushottam Dev is a pure devotee. Padmavati is a pure devotee. And they were married because they were pure devotees. Who was born? Maharaj Prataprudra was born. I studied about Prataprudra in my childhood in history books. But he was born to Raja Purushottam Dev. So one day, the queen, Padmavati, she would worship, she was an ardent devotee of Jagannath Swami. She would go to temple every day and she would serve Jagannath Swami. Her father, the story ended in a nice way, right? Again, he was married, so there was a nice relationship. At the time of marriage, her father gave her a diamond nose ring. Diamond nose ring. So one day she was worshipping, she never wore this nose ring. She was worshipping Jagannath, suddenly she got a desire. She wanted to give this nose ring to Jagannath Swami. But if you see Jagannath deity, you don't see Jagannath having a very clear, nose or eyes. Jagannath Swami doesn't have a, hole to put the ring. So how can I donate it? She thought like this. She did not tell anybody. She went and slept. Night Krishna came in the dream. Young boy Krishna came in the dream and said, Mother Padmavati, in my childhood, my mother made a small hole. See here, there is a small hole. The hole is there. Please put the ring there. So next day she went to temple. She saw a small hole. That's why Jagannath Swami has the nose ring. Jagannath Swami ki. So, that loving exchange, 5 more minutes, should I tell one more story or end it? How many of you want me to end? How many of you want me to tell one story? We have many actually, unlimited. So, we did this a drama actually a couple of years ago, Bandhu Mohanty. Bandhu Mohanty would live a few miles away from Jagannath Puri, 20-30 miles. He was a farmer. Bandhu Mohanty worshipped Krishna in the form of friendship, Sakhyaras. He treated Krishna as his friend. You know that, right? The way you approach Krishna, Krishna would reciprocate in the same way. Ye yathamam prapadyante tam stadeva vajamyaham. So one year what happened? There was a severe drought, famine, no rains. no food. So what happened? They were all struggling. No rains, no grains. So somehow they, 1 year over, second year no rains, third year. Finally, what happened? That totally there were all the rivers, all the ponds, they were dried up. So Bandhu Mandi thought, if I stay here, I'll die. Cattle, the animals were dying, so we should leave. His wife was telling, do something, we don't have food. He said, no, if we live here, we'll die. Then wife said, do something. He said, don't worry, I have a friend. Where? In Jagannath Puri. He is very rich. He is very rich friend of mine, he'll definitely take care of us. He said, all right, come, let's go. So he put his children on the shoulders and starving, thirsty, they walked all the way. On the way also they did not get anything. So the wife was telling, do something. There is nothing on the road. He said, wait, one day, my friend, once we reach Jagannath Puri, my friend will take care of us. Okay. By the time they reached Jagannath Puri, the night fell in. It became dark. So those days, because it was under the control of king, the lodging is free. So they checked in one of the rooms in front of Jagannath Puri temple. Jagannath Puri has different gates, south gate, north gate, east and west gates. So they checked in one of the gates, close to the, checked in one of the rooms close to the gates. And the children, because they walked whole day in the sun, they were like tired. Wife said, do something. He said, what can I do now? Tomorrow I'll meet my friend and we'll get some food. Somehow we'll sleep like this. And what happened? Same time. So then I told, right, 56 offerings. In the night, so they made, the pujari brought a golden plate and made an offering. Offered food to Jagannath Swami. Then what happened? So after some time, we offer 15-20 minutes and we remove it, right? So the pujari went to remove the plate. After 15 minutes, plate was not there. Hey, plate was not there, somebody stole. So immediately he alerted the soldiers. Somebody stole, whoever has stolen, he has not gone far. So because those days the king was the head of the temple, immediately the soldiers, the message spread. Somebody stole Jagannath Swami offering plate at the time of offering. So immediately they started searching the surroundings. Even if whoever has stolen, he must not have gone very far. Same time what happened? One boy came, 7-8-year-old boy, and he knocked the door. So Bandhu Mohanty wife opened the door. This boy is black in color. His color was mixing with the darkness. But still his features were very beautiful. His features were very nice. And she said, what do you want? The boy said, I am the servant of your husband's friend. Your husband's friend came to know that your husband also already came to Jagannath Puri. He told me to give this plate of food to him. And he said, he will meet you tomorrow. So she immediately, what she did? Thank you very much. She offered obeisances. That's why whomever we meet, we don't know how Krishna comes. And she said, please come and eat. No, I'm busy now. My master Gave me so many work, so many services, I had to go. Please eat. But he said, his master will meet, my master will meet you tomorrow. And the boy left. She went and woke up the husband. Somebody came and they delivered this food. He said, that is my friend. I told you many times, never underestimate my friend's ability. So they woke up the children, and this is Jagannath Swami Prasad. They played of food. They all ate. Because they were so tired. After that, they had a wonderful food. They slept. After a while, they had a knock on the door. They opened the door. Soldiers. Without telling anything, they rushed and started searching. And they didn't struggle much. After washing the plate, Bandhu Mohanty kept it under his head. So they traced the plate, arrested the thief, presented him in front of the king. Those days, if you do that type of stealing, what is the punishment? Capital punishment. So the prosecution witness is very strong. He was caught red-handed. They caught him with the plate. And he is considered a thief. King asked, did you steal it? No, I didn't steal it. Then who gave it? When you are very advanced in bhakti, you will not make your dealings with Krishna public. They are very private. So Bandhu Mohanty was not speaking. But he was caught red-handed. But on the top, he is looking very innocent. The king could not decide. He is looking innocent, but the prosecution witness was against him. He couldn't decide. He said, I postpone the judgment tomorrow, the following day. And he said, put this guy in the prison and we'll decide the case tomorrow. Then the king went and slept. In the night, Jagannath Swami came in the dream. And he asked the king, what do you do when your best friend comes to your home? King said, I'll give him whatever the best I have. Jagannath Swami said, that's what I did. Bandhu Mohanty deals with me as a friend. So because of that, I deal with him as a friend. When your friend comes to your home, what do? You give him whatever the best you have. This is the only thing I have. Food and golden plate. So I offered him. What is the mistake he did? Don't do anything. It's very wonderful. If you do service, if you serve him, I'll be happy. The king got up in the night, he ran to the prison. And they opened the doors and said, hey, who are you? What brought you to Jagannath Puri? Your life is successful. Why you didn't tell me? The Supreme Lord, the Lord of the universe thinks he is your friend. And he said, my Lord, this year, past couple of years, there are no rains. There is a severe drought. So we came all the way to take shelter of the Lord. And he only gave it to me, I didn't steal it. The king said, I know that. So what do you want? He said, if I give you some job, you will do it? Yes. What job you will do? Anything you give my Lord, I'll do it. If I make you the cook of Jagannath Swami, you'll do it? All right. This story happened in 13th century. Till today, only the descendants of Bandhu Mohanty should cook. Even today also, Who are the cooks? Descendants of Bandhu Mohanty. They cook for him. Jagannath Swami will not eat if somebody else cooks. So Bandhu Mohanty descendants only should cook for him. So Krishna and the devotees, they have that bond of love, wonderful connection. If only anybody understands this, they will not go for any other yoga. They will stay with Bhakti Yoga. Devotee says, I don't know anything but Krishna. Krishna says, I don't know anything but my devotees. So whatever I told today, if you understand the uniqueness of Raj Bhakti, if we understand the culmination of yoga, which is of course Raj Bhakti, we don't settle elsewhere, but settle at the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. But that is not easy. Whoever serves Guru and Krishna with absolute dedication and chant this holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, will attain the perfection of life in this life. There may be so many people advanced, but our life changed because of Srila Prabhupada. A very advanced age. He was actually a resident of Vrindavan. Giving up everything, he came to the forest fair of material existence, New York City. Who wants to come to Vrindavan? Who wants to leave Vrindavan? People go to Vrindavan to die. But at that age, fag end of his life, he left that Vrindavan spiritual world, came to the most degraded, rather one of the degraded cities in the world, New York City, to share that Braj Bhakti, Vrindavan Bhakti to the fallen conditioned souls like us. If we understand that, we become grateful to Prabhupada and spread the glories of Vrindavan and the Bhakti. The problem with usually devotees is they take it up and oh, my life is changed. If we really think what we were 10 years ago and what we are now, if there is a difference, we become grateful. One day before coming to Krishna consciousness, we had no idea we'll come to Krishna consciousness. How many of you knew one day before coming to Krishna consciousness, I will come to Krishna consciousness and it will change my life? Nobody. So the higher force has picked us up in the 7.3 billion population. We were the chosen ones. What is the qualification? I am envious, I am greedy, I am lusty, I have anger. That is our qualification. Still we are chosen. If we understand we have no qualification, we become grateful. We become grateful, what should we do? Give it to others. If we don't give it to others what we got, we are misers. If Prabhupada thought my life is, I'm fine, translating Bhagavatam, first canto is over, I'm already 70, so let me finish the entire Bhagavatam. No, he never thought that. I'm already old. My Guru Maharaj gave this message 30, 40 years ago. Time is almost over, let me go. So when he felt that urgency, why not us? If we have this complacent mood, tomorrow we'll see, we will never get that mercy. Share with others. Preaching doesn't mean lecturing. Preaching means somehow or other give Krishna to others. Maybe little prasad. Maybe a book of Bhagavad Gita. Maybe anything that will bring them to Krishna. Or one time chanting. Trust me, you'll get the commission, the spiritual credit. Billions of lifetimes later, one soul has come to the lotus feet of Krishna. It's because of you. How much happy Krishna would be with you. You know, we have everything the best. The prasad is best. The kirtan is best. The philosophy is best. The stories of the loving pastimes of Krishna is the best. But today people are looking for a religion that will support their unlimited sense enjoyment. But if you want to attain this culmination of devotion, you need to pay little price. If you understand that, staying in San Jose, you can attain the perfection of life, which is not possible even after going to Himalayas. So let us be grateful. How can we express our gratitude to Krishna and Prabhupada? By sharing this message with others. Tomorrow will never come, today. So my words are very relevant because ISV is #1 for book distribution. But we should also do that, you know. Let us give one book to one person. Prabhupada said, if at all anybody touches the book, it will transform their lives. It will change their life. Time is running out. If you think 50% of your life is over, you become serious, you know. So our plates are served. We have to see how much we can serve others. Trust me, if you come to Krishna consciousness, without giving it up, if you stay there, Krishna will take care of us. Only thing we have to think of is how many conditioned souls we can bring to this moment. That is the thing that will make Krishna, Prabhupada, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very happy. You know. Otherwise, oh, nice stories, Haribol, it doesn't work. Let us give it to others. Whoever is given more is expected more from them. So if you felt you got enough or more, you got more, give it to others. Stay where you are and give it to others. Asthane stita shrutigata tanuan manobhir. That's what I want to speak. I'm sorry. If I've spoken anything wrong, do excuse me as your servant, but very grateful for your audience. Actually, I was stunned when I heard Bhagavatam class here is 2 hours. 2 hours? So why? Probably Vaiseshik Prabhu must have felt boiling the milk is more important than having a lot of milk. Prabhupada said we don't want so many stars, we want one moon. So if everyone becomes, Prabhupada said if 1% of people in the world become Krishna conscious, the world will change. Unfortunately, there is not even 1% of people in the world who are Krishna conscious. You know. So let us make to attain that at least 1%, so the world would become different from what it is today actually. Hare Krishna. Thank you. जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुब्रमण्य की, राधा मदन मोहन जी की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे, निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे. Thank you, Hare Krishna.